The Bravo world has been shaken to its core with an unexpected and devastating turn of events. Mauricio Umansky, luxury real estate mogul, longtime husband of Kyle Richards, and a beloved figure on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has reportedly been diagnosed with a serious and potentially life-threatening illness. For years, Mauricio has been known not just as the charismatic agency founder, but also as the steady anchor in Kyle Richards' otherwise dramatic world of Beverly Hills. The news of his health struggles has not only sent shockwaves through the RHOBH fan base, but has also stirred deep emotions in Kyle herself, coming at a time when their marriage has already been under immense public scrutiny. This heartbreaking revelation arrives in the midst of Kyle and Mauricio's very public separation, one that Bravo cameras have documented with every raw and emotional detail. Their once-envied marriage, spanning nearly 3 decades and raising 4 daughters together, has been at the center of gossip blogs and reunion specials. And now, with Mauricio's health in jeopardy, the tension surrounding their separation takes on an entirely new dimension. Sources close to the family reveal that Mauricio's diagnosis has left Kyle visibly shaken. Though the couple has been navigating the challenges of living apart, Kyle's primary concern, according to insiders, is Mauricio's well-being. In a particularly emotional moment, one source shared that Kyle broke down in tears upon hearing the news, a raw reminder of the bond that still exists between them despite the distance. For years, Kyle Richards has been seen as the emotional heartbeat of RHOBH, strong, witty, resilient, yet deeply sensitive behind the glamorous facade. While Kyle has often portrayed herself as composed, insiders say the news of Mauricio's health crisis has cracked that armor, revealing the depth of her care for the man who has been by her side through some of life's most defining chapters. Even after announcing their separation, Kyle and Mauricio had maintained a united front for their children, publicly stressing that their family would always come first. Now, faced with this medical crisis, that commitment is being tested in the most profound way possible. Reports indicate that Kyle has been spending more time with Mauricio since the diagnosis, accompanying him to appointments, helping coordinate treatments, and ensuring he has the emotional support he needs. Friends of the couple note that while Kyle has been pursuing her own independence, spending time with close friends like Morgan Wade, and focusing on her own self-discovery, she has never stopped caring deeply for Mauricio. This illness, many believe, has brought those feelings back into sharp focus. The timing of Mauricio's diagnosis has raised difficult questions. How will this development affect the couple's separation? Could it pause, or even reverse, the direction their relationship seemed to be heading? While neither Kyle nor Mauricio has addressed these questions publicly, fans and insiders alike can't help but speculate. Meanwhile, Mauricio's professional empire, the agency, his high-profile listings, and even his appearance on Dancing with the Stars, has also been impacted. Friends close to Mauricio have shared that he is reevaluating his priorities, turning his focus away from the fast-paced world of real estate and instead centering on his health, his daughters, and those who have been there for him unconditionally. And at the center of that support system is Kyle Richards. Despite rumors, whispers of tension, and questions about Kyle's evolving friendships outside of her marriage, this moment has revealed a truth that cannot be denied. Kyle remains a pillar of strength for Mauricio. Her presence in his life during this darkest chapter only reinforces the bond they share, a bond forged through years of marriage, shared milestones, and raising their children together. Many in Hollywood and the Bravo universe have pointed out that Kyle's unwavering support for Mauricio echoes the kind of loyalty rarely seen in the reality TV spotlight. It is a testament not only to the love they once shared, but also to the enduring respect and commitment they still hold for one another. Yet, the emotional toll has not gone unnoticed. Friends say Kyle has been torn between her role as a supportive partner in Mauricio's health battle and her desire to continue the journey of self-discovery she embarked on after their separation. Some speculate that this crisis could strain her relationships with those who had encouraged her independence, while others believe it could ultimately reunite her and Mauricio in a way no one saw coming. Through it all, one thing remains clear. Life has a way of reminding us of what truly matters, and in the case of Kyle Richards and Mauricio Umansky, the glitz and drama of Beverly Hills pale in comparison to the raw, human emotions of love, loyalty, and fear of loss. As Mauricio faces an uncertain future, Kyle's steadfast presence serves as proof that sometimes love transcends the titles of husband and wife. It becomes something deeper, a connection that cannot be undone by separations, rumors, or even the cameras of Bravo. The ripple effects of Mauricio Umansky's diagnosis have spread far beyond Beverly Hills. In many ways, this moment has stripped away the glitz and glamour that RHOBH is known for, leaving behind a raw and sobering reminder. Beneath the designer gowns and multi-million-dollar homes, these are real people navigating heartbreak, fear, and love. For Kyle Richards, the reality has been overwhelming. Insiders reveal that the usually poised and polished housewife has been struggling privately, leaning heavily on her inner circle of family and friends for strength. Kathy Hilton, her older sister with whom Kyle has had a notoriously complicated relationship, is said to have stepped up in unexpected ways. According to sources, Kathy has been a quiet presence at Mauricio's side, showing that when family faces a crisis, old wounds often fade into the background. This has been a recurring theme. People Kyle and Mauricio may not have expected to lean on are suddenly rallying around them. Even castmates from RHOBH, who are often seen as rivals or frenemies, have reached out with heartfelt gestures of support. Dorrit Kemsley, in particular, has reportedly been a steady friend for Kyle, helping her manage not only the emotional weight of Mauricio's diagnosis, but also the practical demands of raising their daughters during such an uncertain time. The children, Farah, Alexia, Sophia, and Portia, have naturally been the couple's greatest concern. Each of the girls has handled the news in her own way. Farah, the eldest, has taken on a caretaker role, determined to shield her younger sisters from the heaviest burden. Portia, still in her teens, has reportedly struggled the most, finding it difficult to reconcile her parents' separation with the possibility of her father's declining health. Those close to the family say Mauricio has made it his mission to reassure his daughters, telling them repeatedly that no matter what the future holds, his love for them is unwavering. Friends recalled tearful family dinners where Mauricio, ever the optimist, cracked jokes and lightened the mood even as the weight of his diagnosis hung in the air. For fans who have followed Kyle and Mauricio's journey for years, this crisis feels especially poignant. Their marriage had always been seen as one of the strongest in the Bravo universe. Unlike many of their peers, who stumbled through scandals, betrayals, and quick divorces, Kyle and Mauricio projected stability and love. They were the gold standard of Housewives couples, a rarity in a franchise built on chaos. But as we know, appearances can be deceiving. When rumors of marital strain began to swirl in recent years, viewers were shocked. Kyle's growing closeness to country singer Morgan Wade only fueled the speculation, with tabloids rushing to paint the relationship as more than just friendship. Mauricio, meanwhile, kept a brave face, continuing his work with the agency and diving into reality TV projects of his own, including buying Beverly Hills. Now, however, those distractions seem trivial in the face of his health battle. Sources say the diagnosis has forced both Kyle and Mauricio to reevaluate everything: their separation, their future, and even the ways they want to be remembered by fans and loved ones. Kyle, in particular, is said to be questioning whether the separation still makes sense. While she has not spoken publicly about reconciliation, Insiders claim that her devotion to Mauricio during this time has softened some of the anger and resentment that once existed between them. She's been reminded of why she fell in love with him in the first place. One friend shared, "Mauricio has always been her rock, and now she wants to be his." The Bravo cameras, of course, have not missed a beat. RHOBH is currently filming, and producers are said to be grappling with how much of Mauricio's health battle should be included in the storyline. Some argue that it's too personal and sensitive, while others believe that fans deserve to see the authentic struggles Kyle and her family are facing. It's a delicate balance between respecting a family's privacy and acknowledging the reality of their lives on a show that has thrived on revealing raw truths. Either way, viewers are bracing for what could become one of the most emotional seasons in the franchise's history. Fans across the globe are watching closely, many sending prayers and well wishes to the family. Social media has lit up with messages of support for Mauricio and Kyle, with many applauding Kyle's grace in handling the situation. In times of crisis, true character is revealed.